Well, leave it to the Onion to make fun of disappearing airline travel benefits. This week, the satirical newspaper published a fake article titled, American Airlines to phase out complimentary cabin pressurization.
You know, we got a good laugh out of this, and we thought we'd share. Here's part of the article. It reads, unfortunately, to stay competitive as a legacy carrier in today's air travel market, it no longer makes economic sense for us to provide breathable air at altitude.
There's a reason for this, though. Really.
Yes. I mean, I'm sure if you had to take your own, they'd charge you the carry-on fee. But seriously, Pat, if you feel like you're not getting much bang for your buck when you're flying, you're not alone. Delta is making these big changes to its frequent flyer program.
Yeah, starting next January, just so you know, the airline's going to give out frequent flyer rewards based on your ticket price, not the number of miles you travel. So the bottom line is it's going to become a lot harder to rack up those rewards.
Mark Murphy is the author of Travel Unscripted. He's joining us now from New York. Why would Delta do such a thing, Mark? Why would they do this?
It's all about the bucks, Victor. You just said bang for the buck. They're going to reward people that spend more money to fly. And those guys that are looking for that cheap airfare, they're going to get their frequent flyer miles trimmed dramatically, sometimes by 60 or 70%, depending on the fare.
Okay, let's break this down for people.
Yeah.
The new program is going to award anywhere from 5 to 11 points for every dollar spent, the most points. So, for example, if you book a trip from, New York to Los Angeles for $650, today that's going to earn you 5,000 miles, right?
Anybody today.
Okay,
Exactly.
Under the new program, the credit would be just over 3,000 miles. So
correct.
Let's take a look at how this benefits business class passengers. Oh my gosh, right?
Yeah.
Right.
So if someone
Big
books,
time.
Go ahead. If someone books a business class ticket from New York to London for $5,000, under the current program, that's 20,000 miles. Under the new program, 45,000 miles.
Yes, so the people who suffer are travelers who rack up points by booking frequent low-cost fares, or people who travel, say, twice a year across the country. And with fares already so high, Mark, what's our incentive to stick with Delta?
Well, you know what? Loyalty programs really don't make people loyal. Only 14% of the American population that flies is loyal to a single airline. So they become less relevant because they become more and more difficult to actually accumulate points. Take a typical leisure traveler. Typical leisure traveler flying twice a year, forget frequent flyer programs. They're not even worth joining. Just go for the cheapest fare, because even today, before this change, almost impossible to earn enough miles to make it worth your while to be loyal to a single airline. So that's been pretty much the trend. And I think what Delta's doing is they're rewarding the people that fly in the front of the planes, or people that pay the highest ticket price, because they're the ones that drive the profitability for these airlines. Take care of your best customers. It's about the 1% on the plane.
So American Airlines announced that it's no longer going to offer discounted fares to customers who have to book last minute because of bereavement fares, as they're known. They're not the first to do this. Discount carriers like Southwest, JetBlue, they've never offered bereavement fares. How many more benefits are there left to cut?
You know what? If you're a really great flyer, you're going to get good benefits. If you're just the average Joe, forget it. You're going to pay the fees. You're going to get hit all the time. The bereavement fare, not such a big deal. It's a 5% discount. It's a bad PR thing because we're talking about it. But other than that, it's really not that relevant, because those last-minute tickets tend to be the highest price tickets, and you're going to go anyway because of that situation. 5% is not going to make the difference. And they're just trying to get in alignment with the U.S. Air partner because of the merger that has already taken place.
Wow. I remember, Mark Murphy, thank you so much for joining us. I remember when if you took a flight across the country, you'd get a meal. The last time I did that, they gave me a sandwich in a bag with a chocolate square.
Hey, I just got peanuts last time.